Number 5, to our elected officials, to the leaders of the community organizations, to the members of the clergy, to all of you who have joined us tonight for this special membership and community meeting. Unite Here, our union, who is always committed to raise the standard of living for all working people here in South Florida. Yes, our union represents workers across America and Canada in hotels, in gaming, in airports, food service division. Who are the workers from the airports? Let me hear it. Who are the workers for gaming? Where are you? Who are the workers from the hotels? This is a very, very excitement moment for us today. Tonight, we are going to have a very special membership meeting because our focus is Haiti. On January 12th, a devastating earthquake hit the Republic of Haiti. That earthquake left about 300,000 people dead. 1.5 million people displaced without shelter. Thousands of injured and disabled. In addition of that, the earthquake caused an ecology and economic disaster that affect all Haitians here. Following this tragedy, we are coming today together as one to express our deepest sympathy and solidarity to our Haitian members who lost their loved ones, their friends, their homes, and other possessions. Please, I invite you to stand up to observe a minute of silence in memory of those who died in that tragic circumstance. Tonight, let me tell you something. Our union talked a lot about the way we should help Haiti and our Haitian members after that human catastrophe. On top of the pain that we share with our Haitian members, we did want to stand by them. And in fact, we do stand by them. Since we did not want to act on our own, we ran a survey. And the survey shows us that the best way to express our solidarity to our Haitian members is to continue to fight together, to stand up to fight together with them for better working conditions and earnings for everyone in our shops, in particular our Haitian member in relation to that tragedy. Being myself Haitian, I know that my brothers and sisters are warriors. They have courage and perseverance. I also know that you, my brothers and sisters Haitian, you want that our Haiti that we all cherish remain alive and progress. En tant qu'Haïtien, même gens avec nous, moi connais nous gagner en pile résistance, nous gagnons courage, nous gagnons fier, nous gagnons force pour nous batailler, pour nous continuer à goumer, pour un dans choc nous continuer à goumer avec toute force, mais notre tête ensemble, pour nous capables de changer conditions de travail nous, pour nous capables de changer toutes conditions, pour nous capables de gagner pour conditions de travail, pour nous capables de changer la vie nous avec la vie famille nous. We invited now Father Regina Jean-Marie to bless this event and about a better tomorrow. Thank you. Father Regina?
Please stand up as we call upon God's blessing. Most gracious and loving God, we praise your name and we give you thanks for the wonderful gift of life, the gift of love, the gift of conscience, and the gift of justice. As we gather this evening for this great moment, so that we can express our solidarity with the Haitian people, and more especially the marginalized, the disadvantaged, and those who are crying out for justice and dignity. So Lord, we ask you to bless us. You called upon us to be one in the Gospel of John 17 verse 21. May they all be one, Father. Like you and I, we are one, so that the world will know that you are the one who sent me. And so we ask you in special way to keep this movement, unite here, into the spirit of unity, so that there can be a testimony of hope, a testimony of love and solidarity to all that are in need of justice. We said that anyone that is divided cannot be part of your kingdom. Let not the spirit of evil and division penetrate this movement. Keep them in the spirit of togetherness. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 4 verse 16 to 18, you call upon the Father to give thanks to him, and you remind him that the Spirit of the Lord is upon you and sent you to bring glad tidings to the poor, to free those who are in bondage, and to announce a year of favor. And so, dear Lord, you transmitted that same Spirit upon the same people on the day of Pentecost. Those who were hiding in fear, you sent them the Holy Spirit that opened the doors and freedom to go out and bear witness to your truth, to your justice, to your kingdom. And so give all the workers, all the organizers, and all the members the same spirit of Pentecost, so that Peter, like all the apostles, they can stand before the world and bear witness to justice. We have a lot of people today, Lord, that continue to suffer. Those that have no voices in society. Those that continue to be exploited. And so, dear Lord, we ask you to give unite here the power, the conviction, the determination to be a social consciousness, a social force in the world, so that they can bear witness to justice for those who are dying in the silence of history. And so tonight, Lord, we ask you to bless all those who are going to speak on behalf of those people. May you grant them wisdom. May you grant them courage. And let your words not just be words, but be dabar, words and action, so that it can bring healing and transformation in the life of those who are dying in the silence of history. And so give us the power to fight not just the evil of society, but the structures that support sin, so that we can bear witness to your kingdom. And so to us, everybody can see your face and praise your name and say together that it is not us who live, but it is you who live in us, not just today, but tomorrow and forever. And everybody says,
Amen. Thank you, Father Reginald, for this blessing. We really need it. We really want to acknowledge the presence of leaders of the community, organization, the labor leaders, the clergy, and the elected officials here who come to support us today, to participate with us on that special meeting on behalf of the Haitian people. Thank you.
Buenas noches. Gracias a todos nuestros compañeros que hoy hacen presente. Hoy es un día muy especial porque es la membresía general de todos como empleados.
Today is a good day for everybody.
Esta noche es muy importante.
Tonight is very important for everybody.
Estamos todos unidos por la misma causa. Así como nuestros compañeros haitianos que han pasado algo terrible, así posiblemente pudiéramos nosotros ocurrirnos una tragedia igual.
Everybody be right here to hear about all the Haitian and I have passed a lot. I'm the one.
Esta noche es muy importante conocer la experiencia de nuestros compañeros haitianos.
And today is thank you God in my mom life and I have a lot of people die. And I would say thank you God. Today my mom life, everything is past. God got reason for that.
En este momento nosotros como empleados de Sky Chef estamos peleando por un aumento de salario y un mejor beneficio.
Today, I want everybody, I want better salary for me, my family, and her.
Esto nos ayudaría a todos nuestros compañeros haitianos a mandar remesa a toda su familia, porque la economía actualmente no nos alcanza para vivir.
I want everybody to help all Haitian people because salary you made in the work is not going to be enough for you help people Haiti and for you help people here.
Estoy muy orgullosa esta noche de que nuestro alcalde Tomás Regalado se haga presente y le pedimos su apoyo. Es un honor especialmente para todos nosotros los trabajadores que él se haya hecho presente. Un aplauso para él.
Today is not easy for me because I have to help people die and I don't even go over there to see them. All of them, we don't have no funeral, we don't have nothing. Even now, thank you God, my mom life, you don't have no house, you don't have nowhere to sleep. Even he go sleep, he was scared he can't sleep in the house.
Todos aquí unidos vamos a luchar para lograr un aumento salarial para poder ayudar a nuestros compañeros haitianos que trabajan en nuestras compañías y así demostrarle al mundo entero que todos unidos vamos a vencer con todo lo que merecemos, con nuestros beneficios y con la lucha que estamos viviendo actualmente.
I want everybody right here to hear us. Better salary, please. And us can help family Haiti and family right here. It's not easy.
¿Qué prueba más grande la que hoy estamos viviendo que mi compañera de trabajo, Margaret Griffin, ha sufrido tragedia más tragedia y está fuerte, fortalecida y en la lucha, unido con United Hair.
And I said, thank you, God. Everything is past. I was hanging in there. I think but it's not easy. You have to stand up for your wife. And Scott, you take my money. He have to give it back to me. I was stand up for your wife.
En la unión está la fuerza. Bendiciones, hoy y siempre. Thank you.
There was a music for me and my family and other people who got hurt and people who got a few people dying. It was musical, and until now we still hurting.
L'expérience pas trop bon, c'était vraiment
triste, j'étais vraiment en pile la peine, tristesse. So, ça t'a vraiment frappé tout. Et blessé vraiment pile. Moi, qui n'a état que famille moi venue pour là. So, un moment qui est difficile.
I have an auntie that stays in Port-au-Prince and one of my cousins that passed away, which is my mom's sister's daughter, which is my mom's niece, because I didn't hear from my mom and my grandma. I didn't know what was going on, even though it didn't pass where there was at, but you never know what if in other family members when they were looking for my little cousin. We was really hurt, and her sister and my auntie, they were crying, and we didn't know what happened after a week, so they found her after a week under her house because the house fell on her. She was at home sleeping.
On January 12th, when the earthquake hit and the news was coming into the office, we were here with our staff, many of whom are from Haiti. We had a committee meeting that night with our Haitian members, and it was unimaginable the magnitude of the devastation in Haiti. And as the news rolled in over the following few days, it was overwhelming. We spent many days feeling helpless to be able to meet our members' needs at that time. So what we decided as a union to do is to take a worker out on a leave of absence and to have her go out and talk to our Haitian members in the cafeterias and in their homes, and to talk in depth about what it is that they were facing and what they needed. And what we heard over and over again after 250 surveys is basically two things. One, they need more money. They need their wages to be higher so they can afford to support their families back in Haiti. And second, that they need immigration reform. They need the ability for those who are here in the U.S. to stay and to be able to bring some family members here from Haiti.
Most Haitians who lives in Haiti, all those donations, money, stuff, they're not going to reach them. So the union has a good idea, but if your family get a raise, that raise, that little money, you could send it directly to your family, and they can help rebuild themselves.
Better wages that will allow us more opportunity to sit back. Because I truly believe if they could provide us a better workplace, better things, that would entitle us, that would put us in a situation where we could actually be able to provide more to those overseas.
We should focus on immigration reform, because I know when my mother and I first came here, we came here for a better opportunity. And and America is the land of opportunity. It still is one of the greatest nations in the world. So I think every immigrant that come here should have the right to be a resident, then become a citizen. It should be like a process. And I think that'll not only be better for America, but that'll be better for everybody else.
This is a dream country. Your dream to come true. But I believe other people should have potential to come and to look at what they're looking for. Because Haiti don't have it. Other countries probably don't have it. But here we have it, so why not let them come in and search for their dream?
On peut haïtien qui dans le pays parce que sans papier on va travailler et il y a un peu là on a caché parce que on va y papier. So les bons si que tu as gain papier et puis ça
stand together in this war, we're gonna get our rights.
We need to be stronger. We need to stand for what we believe. Don't hold back. Say what's in your mind. This is our mission. This is a place that you're supposed to grow. That's what we call it, united. When we united, when it's time for us to unite it, it's supposed to be all of us supposed to be strong. That's how I feel.
I just don't see it as united and focusing on Haitian issue. I think this affects everybody because we are all humans. That's my opinion. So that's just the way I see things. We are humans and we need to care about each other. No matter what the ethnic background is or your religion, we got to support each other in any type of crisis. That is my opinion.
I would tell them, stand up for what you believe in and keep on fighting. We all are one.
Thank you, everybody. Not much further ado, I'd like to take an opportunity here to introduce our next speaker, who I've gotten to know over the last 10 years. And all I can say is that he's a friend of the working class, and he's a friend of the community, Mayor Tomas Regalado.
Thank you. Every time that an elected official talks about the economy, talks about the present, the future of South Florida, they talk about tourism. And they said, well, this is the #1 industry, and we have to advertise. In Europe, we have to build grandiose things so we can have tourism. What they never say is that without you, there will be no tourism, because you are the one that take care of the people that feed us, that give us all the economy. I wanted to thank you for that. The workers in the airport, the people in the hotels, the people that give you their care. These are the jewels that we should say to the world that we have here to bring tourism. But we should advertise something else. We should tell the world that we have a community that really cares for everyone. That no matter that person is speaking in Spanish, she is talking about her brothers in Haiti that maybe do not understand her, but will get her help immediately through United Here. That probably the people in Haiti will never know that African Americans, Cubans, and Hondurans, and Salvadorians, and Nicaraguans, and Haitians are all working here to bring their trust back in the people, in the human race. Because today, we don't see in the TV news any more news about Haiti. We saw a lot during the first 10, 20 days, but now it's all news, and yet the people are still hurting. So that is why we need to thank you for what you're doing. Actually, in behalf of the people of Miami, many good people, including the union, have come to the city, and we are doing a plan that hopefully it will be a reality in a few weeks, in a few months. We are going to build a new community center, a new office for the mayor of Port-au-Prince, sister city of the city of Miami. And this is because of the generosity and the solidarity of the people of Miami. The same people that took whatever they had in their homes and brought it to the fire station throughout the city of Miami after the earthquake. So let's celebrate that we have such a great community. Let's celebrate, Father Reggie, that we have people that really care. People that if there is something in Central America, will donate what they have and what they don't have to help, or the Caribbean, or even in the United States. Yes, we may be a poor city, but we are a good city. We have good people, people that care. And thank you for caring about our sisters and brothers in Haiti. Thank you.
My name is Leonie Jean, and I have been working as a steward at the Diplomat Hotel for 8 years. Assoir, c'est un grand plaisir pour moi pour me présenter nous président Union Noire. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing our International Union President. Woo! Président nous diriger Union nous sans par personne gros pour petit en condition la vie pour la vie New York et États-Unis. Président nous a dirigé Union dans le sens pour nous camper et pour nous gommer pour plus bonnes conditions la vie pour nous tous dans les États-Unis. Of course, he led our union to stand up and fight for a better standard of living for all of us. C'est une union qui est forte et qui gagne un pile force pour l'immigration nous ensemble avec l'autre leader union. But also he has also been the strongest voice for immigration reform among the country's labor leaders. Pendant pays nous problème dans l'immigration sortie qui prend bonne force et pour nous capables de joindre plus bon la vie avec immigrants. As the country debates immigration policy, we are proud to have such a strong and committed leader speaking on behalf of all immigrants. Moi, j'ai une chance pour te rencontrer avec le président Union. Les mois étaient dans combien de mois, moi j'ai rencontré ensemble avec lui combien de fois. I have met President John William many times. Konya n'a pas le président, Konya pour nous présenter lui. Welcome to Florida, President John William. We are so honored that we have been taking the time to come here to visit us.
Thank you so much, Leonie. Father, all the dignitaries that are here, Mr. Mayor, Andy Mattis, Wendy Walsh, all of you, and the mayor said this, truth is that the hospitality industry in South Florida and in our whole country could not open its doors without immigrant workers, African Americans, and other native-born Americans could not open their doors without immigrant workers. That's the truth. And the truth is that unless you're a Native American Indian, everybody in the United States or their families, we all came from somewhere to this country. Sometimes we have short memories in our country. Sometimes people whose grandparents or great-grandparents were immigrants to this country, sometimes they forget. Sometimes they forget that we all came here to make a better life, and we all have contributed to making this the greatest country in the world. In Unite Here, we know that our union was built by immigrants and African Americans and immigrant families, even if the people themselves weren't immigrants. We know who built our union, we know who built our industry, we know who built our country, and so we have always been very, very strongly supportive of comprehensive immigration reform in the United States. I'm glad that the Obama administration, in the wake of the terrible earthquake in Haiti, I'm glad they opened up temporary protected status, TPS. They charge too much money for it. They shouldn't charge $450 for TPS. So I'm glad they opened it up, but that's not what we should be doing. What we should be doing is saying, number one, if you live in America and you work hard and you pay taxes and you show up for work every day, you ought to be able to be a citizen. Saying TPS is good, but we ought to be saying that if you're here in this country and you're doing what you're supposed to do and you have wives or husbands or parents or children or other family members in your home country and you want to bring them here to unite your family, we ought to be saying, bring them here. That's a good thing for America. Unite Here is in the leadership of the unions in America on this issue. And we are not going to rest until President Obama does what he said he would do during the campaign, and I believe that he wants to do it. We have to help President Obama make the Congress of the United States change our immigration laws so that people can come out of the shadows, people can have full rights, and so that all present-day immigrants, just like the immigrants in the whole history of this country, can help build their country, help build the hospitality industry, and help their families succeed. Let's talk for a minute about remittances, sending money back home. It takes enormous courage for anyone to leave their home country to go to another place. It takes great courage. People do it for many reasons. African Americans were brought to this country in the holds of slave ships involuntarily. Some people have been driven out of their home countries by religious or political persecution or by famine or disease. Some people have come to this country simply because they wanted to search for a better life. But when people leave their home country, and all of you who are immigrants know this, they don't leave their home country behind. There is an unbreakable connection between the United States and Haiti and Mexico and all of the countries from which the American people come, an unbreakable connection. So in our union over the past 10 years, we have had to deal with some horrific tragedies. 9/11. 9/11, we lost 43 members of our union who were at work in a restaurant on the top floor of the World Trade Center when the planes hit it. And they were from 5 different continents, those 43 members whose lives were lost. And workers all over North America were laid off because travel stopped. So there was great suffering here in this country. But that suffering affected people back home as well. Because when people here are out of work, or God forbid they lose family members, then they can't help the family back home. Am I right? When you lose your job here, you can't help the family back home. And then we had Hurricane Katrina. And again, many of our members were laid off. Many lost their homes. Many still don't have their homes back in Hurricane Katrina. Many of them were native-born Americans, but many came from other countries, including Africa and many other countries. And once again, the tragedy was here, but the tragedy was in those home countries. And so it is with the earthquake. The earthquake happened in Haiti. But the pain and the suffering and the tragedy is in Haiti. Lord knows it's in Haiti, and it's here as well. You cannot break the bond between people's home countries and the country to which people immigrate searching for a better life. So, what can we do as a union? We can, in our own individual ways, try to help and comfort people. But there are 2 things we can do, and I was so interested in the video. We can continue to fight for immigration reform in this country, and there's going to come a time, either later this year or next year, when I'm going to ask our members, including you, from all over the U.S. to go to Washington, D.C. and stay there until they pass a good immigration law that welcomes people to this country and reunites families. So when it comes time to do that, will you go with me? And the second thing we can do is we can do exactly what workers in the video said and workers have said from here so eloquent before. Thank you so much for your comments. We can fight for better contracts here so that people can live better here and so that people have more money to send back. We need to say to the tourism employers in South Florida, we need to say that if we want to continue to have a flourishing tourism industry, then we have to make hospitality jobs, hotel and food service and gaming jobs, good middle-class jobs. We have to have the kind of a strong community that good middle-class jobs build. There's no reason that the jobs that you all do can't be jobs with good wages that support families and give you more money to send home as well. There's no reason the jobs you do can't have good, affordable health insurance. There's no reason the jobs you do can't have pensions so that you can retire in some dignity and not work until you drop. There's no reason by joining together in Local 355 and throughout this country, there's no reason we can't hopefully persuade, and if not persuade, then force your employers, the companies we work for, mostly global companies now, there's no reason we can't make them provide you with a good standard of living, with more money to send home, not just in crisis times, but in all times. You do the work that makes it possible. You deserve your fair share. And as long as we stand together in this union, as long as we don't fall for divide and conquer, as long as we understand that we're all in this together, we'll either join together and win, or we'll be divided and lose. And I don't hear in this room tonight that you're going to be divided and lose. So let's take the spirit in this room tonight. Let's do everything we can for our Haitian sisters and brothers, but let's join together to make a better life here and a better life in everyone's home country. We can do that. America is the richest country in the world. America just has to learn how to share a little better. Thank you so much.
Let me introduce you a beautiful young girl. She is the founder and executive director of From Haitian Miami, Asian Women of Miami. She is well respected leader, and is a strong advocate for Asian Americans and of immigrants from every background. She is a true grassroots leader. She has been recognized with over 50 awards, including the Women Rights Award from Amnesty International and the Woman of the Year Award from Miss Magazine. She is also active on the international stage and has conducted work at the United Nations as a delegate for civil society. She is currently a candidate for Congress on the 17th district, and she is a fierce supporter of workers' rights. Who is she? Welcome to Marlon Bastion.
Good evening. I haven't been called a young girl in a while, so thank you so much. I'm so proud and honored to be here tonight. Mwen kontan, m senti m honoré pou m la aswea. Nan présence, gros spiritual leader non, Père Reginald Jean-Marie, non remè l'empile, et li konnen ça. Et puis en présence, président Union, in the presence of the president of the union who came to support us here in Miami, we thank you for your presence. Nous remercions lui pour présence li. Et ça qui est important, notre présence dans tout qui là. I am the founder and director of Femmes Haïtiennes à Miami. Moi c'est fondatrice et directrice Femmes Haïtiennes à Miami. And in the name of FEM, in the name of the Haitian American Grassroots Coalition, nanon coalition grassroots là, et nanon tout qui là, m'a dit non, bonsoir, good evening, buenas tardes a todos. My friends, I just returned from Haiti last night. My feet, as you can see, are still swollen from walking. We went there to assess the conditions of our brothers and sisters in Haiti. We went there to assess the rebuilding process. We went there to speak to our brothers and sisters in the camps. When I use the word camp, I'm a bit skeptical, because if you were there with me and you saw the conditions under which our brothers and sisters are living, you would not even call the structures camps. These were mainly, pieces of woods covered for the most part by pieces of blankets. And it's not any type of blankets, covered by used blankets. My brothers and sisters, what I saw during my 3 days there broke my heart. This was my second time after the earthquake, and I thought that things would have been better. But I'm sad to say that I still saw thousands and thousands of people on the streets. I still saw babies too weak. Si bébé qui tellement faible, même tété ou pas tété. You know what I'm talking about. When you see a little baby too weak to suckle his or her mother's breast, this is the saddest thing. And I can tell you, no matter how tough you are, and I'm known to be a toughie, you cannot stop crying seeing this. Seeing fathers crying and begging for help. Seeing mothers asking you wherever you turn to take their babies with you. My friends, it's not that they don't love their babies. you know. The mothers, the fathers, they love their babies. They are like any parents. However, when you're desperate, Lord desespéré, when you don't see any future, Lord pas aucun futur. Lord regardez en haut, regardez en bas, you look up and down, you don't see any chance. Any change, there is reason to be desperate. My friends, what you're doing tonight, Sana Fair Swala, is so important, it's so vital. At Fomaisen Miami since the earthquake, we worked at the airports to provide support to the families who are coming from Haiti. We provided interpreters to interpret for them. Many U.S. citizens were relocated here from Haiti. You helped us at FUM and at the different organizations, the churches, to find housing for them. As we speak right now, there are over 50 in different hotels in this town, in this city. They continue to need our help. We provided clothing for the children The children, when they came to the airport, they weren't warmly clothed. They weren't warmly dressed. Some of you helped us. You brought us sweaters. You brought us warm clothes. And for those, I thank you. And I want to tell you that here in the U.S. and in Miami, we still have a lot of families needing our help. So thank you so much for all your support. FUM has been organized since 1991. We conducted and we worked on many campaigns. There are some of you in the room with whom we've worked here for many years. We worked together on ERCA. Ces résidences qui te baillent mon jardin yo papier par travail, non sont ces résidences là, pas vrai? Yes. I know there are some old timers in the room. We succeeded in ERCA because we worked together, we stayed together, we organized together, and we fought together. Then we took on HERIFA, the Haitian Immigrant Fairness Act of 1998, Loi Clinton. We succeeded because we worked together for 3 years, and I remember seeing some of you in the room organizing on the streets. Sometimes we had rallies 2-3 times a week, working, fighting for HERIFA to pass. We succeeded because we worked together, we organized together, we stood together. Then, for the past 8 years, we fought for TPS, temporary protected status. It is sad that we had to get TPS under such dire circumstances. However, we got it, not because it was a gift to us. We got it because you, many of you in the room, together as a community, we stood together, we organized together, we fought together, and TPS was granted. Since January 1st, we launched the campaign for comprehensive immigration reform. Why? Because we believe that immigrants who come here, they keep their end of the bargain every day, in and out. They work 15, 16 hours a day, even though sometimes they still can't make ends meet. And yet, they are forced to live in conditions not fit for human beings. What kind of life is that? When you go to bed every night and you are afraid that someone will come and knock on your door, take you away, detain you in front of your children. What kind of life is that? This is no life. That is why I believe with all of you in the room, together we will fight for comprehensive immigration reform, and we will succeed. We will succeed. Not gagner. Not bataille pour lui, not gagner. Now, why is it important for us to fight for comprehensive immigration reform? Mr. Willan said it. When people have their papers, when they have their green cards, they are happy. They are able to work. They are able to take care of their family. They will invest in the economy. This country will benefit. It is smart. It is a smart policy to give green cards to immigrants who live here. It is unsmart not to do it. Na bataille pour ça, parce que when you work, then you can send not only 2 billion, okay, milliards plutôt de dollars, you can send more. Parce que chaque année, Haïtiens, et nos mêmes immigrants qui vivent ici, nous voyons presque plus que 2 milliards de dollars en Haïti. 1.17 billion, they say, to Haiti in remittances. When you have green cards, you will be able to send more. Because, let me tell you, after coming from Haiti last night, I realized that the road to recovery is long. Son long chemin lié. Et nous avons besoin de tout qui là. De cela que m'a fini pour me dire que ça n'a fait assurer à la important. We at FUM, at the Haitian American Grassroots Coalition, we will support you. We support the Rise Up For Haiti campaign. We think it's important, it's vital, and whatever we need to do to keep it going, we will do it. There was a singer, a Haitian singer called Barbara Guillaume, talking about Haitian workers. She wrote this song. Lizzie Consa, she said this in Creole. Non c'est un race moun. We are a race of people. Yon class moun. We are a class of people. Non pote terre sous dono. We carry the world on our shoulder. Non c'est un race moun. We are a race of people. Non c'est un class moun. We are a class of people. We carry the world. Non pote terre sous dono sous kuno. We carry the world on our neck. Mais cependant, en Haïti, Canada, États-Unis, là en Miami, c'est nous même notre pas traité. Mais je nous camper, nous disons pas marcher, Valérel. Je nous camper, nous disons pas marcher, Valérel. The day workers around the world stand up and say that they will not budge, the world will stop. So you have power, non get pouvoir, continue to organize, use the power, fight for health care because we're not satisfied with health care. We need to continue to fight for the public option because if you're working hard, you need to be able to have health care. Fight for comprehensive immigration reform, fight for DREAM Act, fight for affordable housing, all right? Fight not for minimum wage, but fight for a living wage because you deserve it. Merci.